All right, went to LS Fest. It was insane. There were, what, 3,000 LS swapped, or, well, LS powered cars. As you would imagine, the LS is in everything. It's completely unoriginal. But when I was there, I guess popped the rear main. That's my guess. I also popped both valve cover gaskets. They popped out. Obviously, I replaced them. I have a feeling, so I had messed with the PCV system, and I have a feeling I installed this, I put a check valve in a certain area. I think I put that in backwards. That's my only guess. I don't know. I think the punchline is that I think the crankcase got pressurized. So it popped the valve cover gaskets, and I think it popped the rear main seal. It was leaking like crazy. It drove fine, but I had to just fill up a quart every hour or so on my way back from Bowling Green, Kentucky. So I went through a few quarts of oil through that. And it's weird because it would drip, 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 pretty constant. And then as soon as I turned the car off, it would just pour out the bottom for a few seconds. So I have a feeling it's the rear main seal and the oil's sloshing around back there. Although the back of the flywheel's clean, but the oil's sloshing around, spinning around from the engine running. And then when I turn it off, all that oil all the way around just kind of settles to the bottom and dumps out, and then we're good. Now, it's still leaking just a little bit, but really the point of this video, oh, and I took the intake manifold off because if I'm replacing the rear main, I got to take the transmission out, and that gained me access to the back bolts, or easier access. So what I wanted to show you, though, was the carnage of this oil leak. So I was in Bowling Green, Kentucky. I live in St. Louis, so I had to drive quite a long ways with this oil leak. And check this out. Look at the exhaust. This is dry. So that was all just blowing all over that exhaust and just caked it. And then burnt it. My whole car was domed out during this. Crazy. It's hard to tell, but the transmission tunnel has got oil all over it as well. It sucks. I'm doing some last minute verifications because if it's not the rear main, it would suck to do all this work just to have, like an oil pan gasket or something. But it does constantly leak. Very little, like it's not gonna constantly drip, but I'll do this and then come back out the next day and it'll have pooled up another drip. The rear main seal, it's on a plate, a cover, and that is flush with the top of the oil pan. So that's my guess, is it's coming out there. I don't think it's an oil pan gasket. I really don't. The back of the flywheel is not wet, which is kind of funky. Anyway, that's what I'm doing now. I just wanted to share the horrendous oil. Man, that's gross. Anyway, yep. That's what I'm doing now. Wish me luck.